Hi, this is Mr. Young again. This is the third video. This is about integers with brackets. So this is sort of looking at the multiplications. What I mean by integers with brackets is when you have an integer, say, whoop, that's off the screen. I wasn't even looking at my screen. Say a minus 4 or negative 4. So this is just an integer. With brackets, we have brackets like this. Sometimes you will see a sign outside of the brackets. Sometimes you will have or a sign outside the brackets making it look like this. Or you could have a positive sign outside making it look like this. Or you have two of the same or positive signs like so. So what do we do with these numbers? These ones don't get confused this with this. So if we have a number like -5 and -4, you will just add these numbers. This one doesn't have brackets. This one contains brackets. So there's an actual little different trick to it. So let me erase this first. So for this one with the brackets, I'm gonna use a little tip from a movie I learned from this movie called To Stand and Deliver. The rule here is that if you have a negative and a negative, this is going to make a positive. So to simplify these two signs, this sign and this sign combine, negative and a negative makes a positive. So a negative and a negative makes a positive. Okay, that's only if there's a bracket. If you really think about it, in my future and in my next video, we're going to talk about multiplication. This one doesn't have a number, but it actually does. It actually has an invisible 1. People just don't like to write the 1 because it means exactly the same thing, because 1 times anything is the anything. So -1 bracket -4 is exactly the same as negative bracket -4. So that's just an invisible number. But the key here is that if you have bracket negative, it means a positive. In this case, a positive bracket and a negative, so these two signs are opposite. We're going to say positive and a negative means a negative, so that would make it a negative. Okay, and likewise for this one, a positive and a positive will make a positive. All of these ones, this one, they all have an invisible 1 there. So this one could be +1 bracket -4. So it's just like, what is the answer from +1 multiplied to a -4? So positive and a negative makes a negative. 1 times 4 is 4. That's what that means. So integers with brackets, don't forget this rule. It has to have a bracket. Don't confuse this with something like two numbers like -5 and -4. Okay, that's completely different. Okay, don't follow the same rule. This one you need to have brackets. Okay, so this is the third video, integers with brackets.